Black women are losing their minds that black men are leaving them alone. They hate the fact that black men are moving on with their lives without them. They cannot handle rejection very well, and they cannot take no for an answer. A lot of them are crashing out. They're losing their minds. They're freaking out. They're bugging out that these black men are walking away from the relationship from them and move on to women of other races. They hate the breakup. They hate when black men are breaking up with them, and they cannot handle rejection very well. That's why these black men are leaving them alone, and rightfully so, because other women of other races treat black men way better than black women do, and that's a fact. And that's why black women, I don't know, man. They're just losing their mind. A lot of them are crazy. They're mentally unstable. They have mental health issues. They just cannot handle rejection well. Well, women in general cannot handle rejection, but black women in particular cannot handle rejection very well. That's why they go there to kill black men, because black men are leaving them. They divorcing black women. They don't want nothing more to do with black women. And can you blame these brothers? No, you cannot blame these brothers for walking away from the relationship. And a lot of them choose the SYSBM lifestyle, meaning they're dealing with women of other races. They're going to start all over from scratch, and they're going to start a new family without black women, and rightfully so, because these brothers been treated poorly by black women. Black men are being treated like shit by black women. Black women be disrespecting them, calling them all kinds of names. You know what I mean? That's no good. That's why black men are just leaving them alone. They get tired of the abuse, verbally abuse anyway. And in some cases, they physically abuse these men. They can't take it anymore. So they just say they had enough. They just pack up their things and just leave and find their own place. Some of them are even going overseas, finding women of other countries, of other nationalities. They leaving black American women alone, and black women in general alone, because the majority of them aren't any good to black men. That's why black women are a bad choice, are a bad option for black men. And that's the truth. That's why I haven't been messing with black women lately. I keep my distance from them because I know from the beginning they ain't no good. Thank goodness I'm not in a relationship with one. I don't have any children with one. I don't know what it's like to, be in an abusive relationship, because I ain't going to put myself in that predicament. That's why black men are just said they had enough of black women's bullshit. And then, and they're crashing out. They're bugging out. They're freaking out. They're losing their minds that black men are walking away from black women, and rightfully so, because black men are being treated with disrespect. They're being hated by their women. Well, I wouldn't even call them women. I wouldn't even call black women my women, because they're not my women to begin with. I don't consider them as such, and I don't belong to them. Black women think that they own black men, but in reality, they do not own black men. Black men can date whoever the hell they want to date, and there's nothing black women can do about it. All they could do is complain. What can they do? Absolutely nothing. They're just going to have to get over it and move on with their lives and go find someone else. That's all I have to say here. Have a great Monday and enjoy the rest of the work week.